Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be reading Earth Notes written by the 12th Apostle. Appropriations. This noun is primarily used in the unhallowed halls of government to steal from the public, primarily through taxation, that if not paid, their properties can be taken and used or sold to others, even forming appropriation committees to represent special interest in projects on a local, state, and national level of public theft. When unjust evil laws are passed by deceitful evil politicians, deceitfully called the law of the land, as if that very stupid term would validate the laws they made and make them right, even amending their laws over and over again to gain more control and deception. The land itself has no laws, and mortal humanity truly does not own land, but has very temporal responsibilities over certain areas of land. It is best to shine the light of all specific understanding on our responsibilities here and now in our classroom and our school of hard knocks on altered earth, and think correctly about our responsibilities and priorities. But when everything is a priority, nothing's a priority. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. Ye cannot serve God and mammon. Matthew 6:24. Here Jesus' words exposes any deceitful appropriations, being a fancy, deceitful term for theft, and placing too much priorities on the things of this evil world age. As the deceitful supposed intellectuals attempted to get him in a corner of contradiction, Jesus, easily seeing through their stupid deceit, gives the ultimate solution to dealing with money while in our school of hard knocks. And Jesus answered unto them, Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's, and unto God the things that are God's. And they marveled at him. Mark 12:17. And it came to pass, he said, After 2 days is the feast of Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priest and said unto them, What will ye give me? And I will deliver him unto you. And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver, the price of a broken servant. And from that time Judas sought to betray him. Matthew 26:1-16. It is interesting that throughout Jesus' ministry in Jerusalem, it was the religious leaders that sought to kill him. The ruling Roman government didn't care either way. Then Judas, which betrayed him, when he saw that he, Jesus, was condemned, Judas repented himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders, saying, I have sinned that I have betrayed innocent blood. And they said, What is it to us? See thou to that. And he cast down the 30 pieces of silver in the temple and departed and went out and hanged himself. And the chief priest took the silver pieces and said, It is not lawful for to put them into the treasury, because it is the price of blood. And they took counsel and bought a potter's field and buried strangers in. Wherefore the field was called the field of blood to this day. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, And they took 30 pieces of silver, the price of him that was valued, whom they of the children of Israel did value, and gave them for the potter's field, as the Lord appointed me. Matthew 27:1-10. Within the most epic event of Jesus' mortal time on earth, this was the ultimate application of the deceitful appropriation of worldly money to betray the greatest gift the world has ever known, the only begotten Son of God. Today, on man's witness stand on altered earth, there's a flood of evil, with some arcs of good, but a few, through every possible means of communication, like never before. Regardless, of the appropriation committees formed against us for deceitful fundings of dubious programs, practices, and propaganda promotions. But this appears to be changing for the better now in this great nation of America because of the many fervent prayers of the faithful few who have learned, specifically understand, know, and sovereignly believe so much proven, powerful truth through these special earth classes. Thank you, Father God, for your love, your plan in the chosen few in this last generation on altered earth. Thank you so much for joining me, and thank you so much for allowing me something so much more precious than gold, silver, money, your time. Thank you. Until next time.